So, good afternoon, distinguished guest, Congresswoman Napoletona. It's always wonderful to see you. Admirals and generals, ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker. I doubt that Admiral Michelle Howard needs much introduction. The first woman in the Navy's 240-year history to be promoted to 4-star. The first woman to serve as the Vice CNO. She's the most senior of the 4-star women Admiral General Officers. On March 12th, in 1999, she became the first African-American woman to command a naval ship, the USS Rushmore. She is the architect behind the plan that eventually led to the rescue of Captain Richard Phillips, depicted in the movie Captain Phillips. She's the voice in the movie authorizing the Navy SEALs to neutralize the pirates. She's a 1982 graduate of the Naval Academy and holds a master's in military arts and sciences. Admiral Howard is a brilliant, kind, generous woman who is wise beyond her years. She knows much more, as much as a good bottle of wine, as she does operational tactics. She's a role model for the ages, and one of the best decisions that I know she ever made was she married a United States Marine. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I welcome Admiral Howard. Good to see you.
Welcome to Latina Style, and I see a lot of shipmates out there. When I was invited to speak, I was asked to talk more largely about leadership and diversity, but I thought probably one of the best ways I could share my thoughts on it was to take you on the Navy journey of where we've been, particularly for women in the Navy. But like most stories, this is a story about leadership and change. Bringing the women in the Navy started in the last century. 1908, we started the Nurse Corps. But then at the start of World War I, the Navy needed a lot of men to man the ships. And Congress passed a law to bring in reservists. The Secretary of the Navy at the time, Josephus Daniels, brought in his lawyers and he said, "Hey, I'm reading this law. Is there any requirement that a reservist be a man?" And the lawyers read the law and they said, no. And so Josephus Daniels in March of 1917 brought in women into the Navy Reserves for the first time. And by the end of the war, he had over 11,000 women serving as yeomen, and they took on all the clerical duties of the Navy so that they would free up the men to go serve at sea. And so our heritage as women in the Navy goes back well over 100 years. And then the point most people remember is World War II, where there was a large need for women. And the services each had their own auxiliary corps. The Navy had women accepted for volunteer emergency service, the WAVES. And we brought in 85,000 women. They did everything. They were parachute riggers, they were clerks, they were instructors. They taught the men how to shoot gunnery. They flew service aircraft. And I have found as a leader, it's not just the folks above me that are inspirational or the folks who came before me. There's the folks I have the privilege of serving with now. And here is a young woman who is at the start of her journey. This is Sabrina Reyes, who just graduated from Annapolis in 2014. Her bachelor's degree is in aerospace engineering. Sabrina has selected submarines as her community. And my Navy just opened up submarines a couple of years ago, so she'll be one of the first women officers to go. Now, she's not there yet, because Sabrina's at MIT getting her doubles master's in aerospace and tech and policy. Positive role model. And so as you go on this journey of wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you've got a plethora of potential role models out there, whether it's Sabrina, or Captain Yvette Davids, or Admiral Aitanu Hotanu, or Grace Hopper. There's lots of positive role models for all of us to emulate and follow and be successful leaders in our own right. And that's really why we're here today. Some of you have successfully been on this journey for a while, and we'll be recognizing some of you today. And for the rest of you, thank you for your service to the nation, and thank you for your public service. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, now is the moment we've all been waiting for, the 2015 National Latina Symposium Distinguished Military Service Awards. These awards are presented to military and Department of Defense civilian women who support the Department of Defense mission in overseas contingency operations and who demonstrate the core values of their respective military service or agency. Additionally, the award recipients have distinguished themselves as role models in their communities and advocates for the advancement of Hispanic Americans. Each recipient will receive a plaque and a letter from Congresswoman Loretta Sanchez, which will be presented by Admiral Howard, Mr. Johnson, and Mr. Bard. I invite each of the service representatives to please join their honorees as their names are called. First Lieutenant Luisa Tobon, U.S. Army. Ms. Catherine Gutierrez, U.S. Army, civilian. Ms. Gutierrez also received a certificate of appreciation from Congresswoman Loretta Sanchez. Master Sergeant Maria Florentino, U.S. Marine Corps. Ms. Maria Santos, U.S. Marine Corps. Lieutenant Commander Erica de la Parra Gellin, United States Navy. Miss Miriam Pata, United States Navy. Captain Angelica Cornejo, United States Air Force. Captain Maria Paz Ugarte Smith, United States Coast Guard. Miss Marilyn Fajardo, United States Coast Guard. Staff Sergeant Melanie Ramirez, United States Army National Guard. Master Sergeant Hiliana Suarez, United States Air National Guard. Cadet Mariah Cade Los, United States Military Academy. Midshipman Second Class Gabriel De Leon, United States Naval Academy. Cadet First Class Serena M. Ortiz, United States Air Force Academy. No, Robert, I don't have something. Ensign Victoria Diaz, United States Coast Guard Academy. Mr. Bard will now present the Latina Style President's Award.
And this is an award that we present every year to somebody that really exemplifies, what Latina Style stands for. And to somebody that it really exhibited, all the qualities of leadership, of community involvement, of success, and really, the best our country has to offer. And this year we present the award to Ms. Irma Edis Fuentes with the Coast Guard. What's now?
Now, unless you want to hold it, move like that, yeah. All of the awardees, take a picture.
I would like to thank a few people that provide me with assistance and comfort over the years. Unfortunately, I don't have teleprompter, okay? And since I don't have teleprompter, I've been working so many years, and I have to thank a lot of people, okay? Well, seriously, I accept this award I feel humbled to accept this award among all the people who doesn't have a voice. I'm only the front of this piece that you gave me, but it's behind me, it's a lot of people. It's a teamwork. I couldn't do it by myself. I need a lot of them down in Miami, down in headquarters. And that's why I only say thank you to all those people.